What's up, everybody? This is Gian again from Experience Philippines, and welcome to another live stream for One Day, One Experience with us. And today, sino ba dyan ng mga may hilig sa mga pets? So I suppose a lot of you guys are probably similar as me, no? So like who loves pets a lot because I actually am actually a fur parent. I actually have my own little doggy here who's actually there. His name is Teo, no? So I'm very close to Mateo ever since he's also adopted. He's also actually my adopted dog, no? So today actually our live stream is something about for animal lovers, so and it's actually creating a better tomorrow for animals, no? So our guest for today is actually from the Animal Kingdom Foundation. Together with me would be Sir Christian, Sir Tristan, Attorney Heidi, and Dr. Ray. You know, they started out the Animal Kingdom Foundation and found ways so can people volunteer for animal causes and send donations to support their projects. And along the way, they can actually you can actually also adopt like dogs and cats. So without further ado, I'd like you guys to welcome our guest for tonight. Yeah, and so si Sir Tristan, Sir Christian, Attorney Heidi, and Dr. Ray. Ang ganda nga ng setup nila eh. Natignan mo naman, swerte talaga nila, no? Pag nasa labas ka ng Metro Manila. You look at that backdrop, no? Kamusta po kayo? How are you guys?
Okay naman.
Yan. Can you guys hear me well naman?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much for joining us or saying yes to our invitation to be part of our live stream and to tell your story and also your project and your foundation and what you guys been doing for these past years, no? For in terms of causes for pets, no? For especially now, may nakita madami napapansin na madami na rin mga, 'di ba, naging uso ngayon ang nauso ngayon ang community pantry for human beings. And now napansin ko rin may mga community pantry for pets rin, or for mga stray dogs or stray cats, no? So, kind of cool. Ayan, so simulan muna natin for a brief introduction, no? Maybe guys can introduce yourselves first. Simulan natin kay Sir Tristan po.
I'll start. I'm Tristan. For the longest time, I've been volunteering for Animal Kingdom Foundation. And maybe isang dekada na kami volunteer ni Christian. Kasama ko siya.
Ay, baliktad pala, Sir Christian pala yun.
Oo, ganyan.
Sorry po.
So, I used to be a volunteer, but right now I help run the rescue center. Me and our team ensure that the dogs are well taken care of. And yun lang. So, si Christian naman.
Hi, I'm Christian. So, like what Tristan has said, we've been volunteers for 10 years already for Animal
Wow,
Kingdom.
tagal na.
Yes. May ano na kami dito. May poste na kami dito sa shelter.
Talaga.
Right now, I'm handling the education program of AKF. So we go around schools and communities. We teach about animal welfare and responsible pet ownership. And we do humane handling seminars, everything that concerns animal welfare. And I'm also a lead volunteer. We help manage our pool of volunteers, and I handle AKF's fundraising events and social media as well.
Oh, cool. And si Attorney Heidi.
Hey, Krisa. Anyway, good evening, everyone. I'm Attorney Heidi. I'm the Program Director for Animal Kingdom Foundation. I started in 2003 as a counsel for the organization, but then again, the founder dragged me into this. That's parang pilit. But actually, yeah, it was a life-changing moment. So I'm here together with this wonderful team. We're running the whole animal welfare program for Animal Kingdom Foundation, not just here in Tarlac, but all over the Philippines.
Oo nga pala, nasa ano nga pala kayo, no? Tarlac. Tama. Ayan, si Dr. Ray.
Yeah, I'm the youngest in the group. Wow. When it comes to organization, eventually I'm overseeing the veterinary aspect, so I handle disaster response and emergency services.
Cool. Kompleto talaga, no? May volunteers, may legal, meron pang doctor, may nagmamanage operational, may SOCMED pa.
Yes.
Everything's there. Pero when did you guys start the Animal Kingdom Foundation? Way
Um,
back.
Organizationally, we were established in 2002, but even as late 1999, we were already operating. Our core program was the elimination of the dog meat trade or dog meat trade campaign. So since then, we have evolved. In 2006, we realized that we needed a rescue center where we can put the dogs that we rescue from the dog trade and rehabilitate them. So in 2006, we established the rescue center in Tarlac. And again, we evolved and took part and took in several other campaigns like farm animal welfare, other cruelty and maltreatment cases. We also did a lot of lobbying for various regulations, animal welfare guidelines and laws, and many other campaigns. So, including, of course, education. So, and until now, we're running the program, and also we're doing vet missions, no, veterinary missions, in partnership with, of course, and with the guidance of Dr. Ray.
That's right.
And of course, we're doing a lot of disaster response also, with the leadership of Dr. Ray also, who is our disaster response star.
Wow, grabe, daming ginagawa. Parang wala na, nakakapagpahinga pa ba kayo? May time pa ba kayo magpahinga? Pag-alagaan ng sarili, ganyan? Ay, wala. Hindi alam. Actually, ano yata yun, matutulog, ganyan. Teka lang, may ano ba? I want actually, personally, I haven't been to any rescues or haven't had any experience with any rescues, no? But maybe we can, maybe we can ask the team, no, if they can actually show some footage or videos or pictures or that you guys have done over the past, for the people who have an idea of what animal rescue and how it's like as well. Ay, tanong ko lang kay Dave. O wait lang muna natin sila.
So we will be showing the video.
Yeah, I think they are going to be showing the clips yata of.
Okay.
So guys, for everyone who wants to understand what they do, so here's actually the YouTube channel and some videos that they're actually done. So yeah, rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome. Madami na pong mga pets kayo na rescue po.
Not actually pets, but mostly strays and.
I always refer kasi parang dogs kasi lahat nagiging pet ko pag masyado kong mapamahal ako sa mga aso. Yeah, but tama, strays nga. Madami kayo na save na or
it's a countless number
We
now.
lost count already.
Yeah,
Thousands.
When, as mentioned earlier, the shelter was established in response to the dog meat trade. So at the height ng campaign, we're talking of like 200 minsan at a time yung tinitake in natin dito.
Teka lang, may technical problem lang yata si Dave. I-ano natin, sige.
Magkwentuhan muna tayo.
Habang inaasikaso nila, yeah, kwentuhan muna tayo. Pero for how currently in your Interlock, how many do you actually have homes for the pets there for the meantime before they get adopted?
Oo naman, that's a big part of, that's a essential part of our program. Kaya nga nagtayo kami ng rescue center in 2006, I think. We used to have around 900 dogs way back.
What?
At the time. Kasi sobrang rampant ng dog meat trade noon. So, ayun, sila attorney yun, yung pioneer talaga ng rescue center. It used to be 900 or more. But now, right now, kasi wala na kaming funds masyado. So, around 250.
And before we
So how many pets ngayon meron sa inyo? How many pets? How many animals ngayon nasa rescue?
Right now, this sanctuary, if you count the pigs and the cats, and I think the chicken, walking chickens. Yeah. Around 300 dogs and cats. Including
300.
300, yeah.
That's
Including the
a
pig.
lot. That's a lot.
Pinapakain kasi.
We're talking
Oo,
about our property, which is nestled under mango trees.
Wow, parang gusto ko tuloy makita. Very curious talaga ako. Ngayon, hindi ko pa nakita yung hindi ko pa nakita yung, gusto mo ata yung place. Wait, sige, anihin ko na lang. Guys, can you just send me the link? Is it possible to send me the link, Dave?
Ayun nga. Actually, you can visit here, after yung pandemic.
Oo nga, inisip ko nga, parang masarap siguro pumunta dyan at makabisita. So apologize for the technical difficulties lang po, no? So hindi makakonect si David.
Okay, we have an Airbnb pala.
Ah, you do?
Yeah. Ilan bang kaso sa atin? We can accommodate, I think, a dozen or more. Very, hindi naman kamahalan na rates. We also have the bullet.
Which among the videos would you like me to share that people will have a better understanding of the what you guys have done over the past few years already?
Yung 5-minute
The 5-minute one, sige. I'll show it tila lang. Sige. Pakita lang natin sa kanila. So guys, this is actually the YouTube channel of the Animal Kingdom Foundation. So I'll just share to you guys these.
Okay, iyak ha.
Yeah. So sorry po, medyo the 5-minute one. Which one here is the 5-minute one? This one. This right is not the one.
Get to know what, I think.
Yun na lang, get to know more. Get to know. Ayun yung mas maganda yun.
Yun. Sige, ito po.
Ayan, get to know.
Matay ang isang lalaki matapos umanong kumain ng karne ng aso. Patuloy ang...
Ay, huwag kayo masyak ha.
Gala po Sige, habang inaayos, magkwento muna tayo. Dave, can you just can you come into the live stream? Narinig niyo po yung sound? Hindi niyo narinig po yung sound, no?
Narinig naman.
Yes.
Narinig naman po.
Yeah.
Dami po kayong fans, no?
Chris, you want to talk about...
Oo, si Marty, Sir Marty.
Ay, wow.
Nag-share sa lahat ng dog.
Oo. Sobrang young-looking naman ni Attorney.
Oh, hello.
Thank you, Nea.
Hello, Nea.
Neo is our volunteer from Laguna. So they're
Talaga? Wow.
station of our pet
Barkanihan.
yeah, we have the Barkanihan pet ayuda project. So we're giving out food supplies to the animals.
Oh, wow. Ito naman sabi pa ni this is amazing, sabi ni Sir Albertus.
Now version for the animals.
Yeah, i-play ko lang po, sir,
Okay. Go ahead. Mahaba yan eh.
Okay.
It's quite long.
Baka hindi ko marinig yung sound. Siguro, ayun ako na lang yung sound para we can talk while the video is showing. Okay lang po ba? Good.
Maliliit.
Then, ito, sorry sir. Ito ba yung itong video na to? Like this they actually eat the dogs?
Yes. They
May
sell.
ano tayo? Meron tayong kinakatay yung mga aso dito sa atin?
Oh, diba? Hindi mo alam? Yeah, it still happens.
Di alam ko lang yung sa China. Di ba usually ganun ginagawa nila sa China?
Dito din.
What? Meron tayong ganun?
Yes.
It's still an underground thing among some folks who are really into eating dogs. Pero may mga nasa ayan, nasa map.
Map it out para alam ng sanglibutan.
Wow, parang ano ngayon ng internet connection namin ah. Yan, si Dave, perfect. Nice,
Kingdom
Dave.
Foundation at CIDG.
Sakay sa isang itim na pickup, ibiyabiyahe sana sa mga restaurant sa Baguio City ang mga karne ng aso.
Isang linggo raw tinitigan ng mga taga-Animal Kingdom Foundation ang kalakalan ng kinatay na aso sa Patrick.
Paano niyo po nalalaman, sir, Sir Tristan, Sir Christian, attorney, doc, paano niyo nalalaman na may mga ganyan cases, or paano niyo na-discover kung may mga ganun nga na kinakatay yung place or may slaughterhouse for dogs?
Well, we have people that goes around, especially during those times na talagang sobrang taas ng level ng dog trade sa Pilipinas. So we had specific people that's going around, getting information, doing investigation, nag-DPA sila, and that's where we get the information. And then we coordinate with police. And when the actual operation comes, kasama na kami doon. So actually, all of us, even Chris and Tristan has been with or witnessed yung actual rate ng mga dog trade operators.
One dog costs 700 pesos. Talagang, while couriers can get as high as 300.
And there's market pa rin talaga for the and it takes sobrang haba na ng how we call this, sobrang haba ng process of this surveillance and all.
Kasi we want to get them and to really apprehend them. It's not like you go in and then because they're also doing this clandestinely. So ang hirap talaga because they know, especially now, it's really difficult because they know already that it's prohibited. They know already that we had so many violators that have been convicted. So medyo nagtago talaga sila. They're not doing it openly now.
I have a question, no. Syempre parang this is really dogs are pets. Well, hindi ako mahilig sa cats, pero mahilig ako sa dogs. So, laging cat, hindi ako pinapansin lagi ng mga pusa kasi may ugali lagi sila sa akin. Parang ayaw sa akin ng pusa yata eh. Pero sa dogs, really, I'm super close. Na, how do they recover? Kasi parang, di ba, like, it's a traumatic experience many times for these dogs to adjust to human beings pag rescue sila.
That's actually the role of the rescue center. Once we rescue them, we really put them through a rehabilitation program where we try as much as possible to make them trust people again. We make sure that they are not just physically healthy, they're also psychologically and emotionally okay already. How do we do that? We do a lot of socialization, interaction. We do a lot of betting, and of course, alam mo, these animals, madali sila makarecover as long as you show them love and affection and care. So they would already forget the trauma that they went through after you really give them heals.
Ang cute naman nila. I mean, I just can't imagine why people would do that to dogs, to pets in general. Parang hindi ko but they're such cool, best friends. I mean, si Mateo, my dog, sa kanya kasi he's adopted, he's a crossbreed. But the owner didn't accidental dog lang siya. So hindi talaga siya gusto nila pure. So nabuntis lang accidentally yung husky niya with a chow chow. Kaya he came out as a mix of a chow chow and a husky. But when he was young, he has a huge head. Like sobrang laki ng ulo niya compared to the rest of the body. And nobody parang ayaw sa kanya. So ako ay kumuha na lang. And turns out, lumaki siya na super super gwapo. As in, mukha na tuloy mukha siyang Akita. Mukha siyang Akita. Pero the reason why I got the dog is actually because I was had to deal with depression. It was actually more really, it was a big help for me because I have ADHD. So it's actually helped, I don't know, maybe it helped me stabilize also my mental state, because when you start taking care of him, so parang ang laki ng impact sa akin. Actually, mas natutulungan pa niya ako kaysa natutulungan ko siya, because parang medyo mas super reliant na ano ko sa kanya, sa close. I think that's the reason why I love the dogs a lot, or pets a lot, because not just as a companion, but they actually help you out as on the mental state, no? So anyway, sorry. Thank you so much for actually sharing that, Dave. Thank you, Great. Thank you, Dave. Iyan naman natin. Sige, ito yung question. So, why do we need to care about animal welfare?
Ayan, ako na sasagot.
Yes.
Kasi animal welfare is human welfare. Sabi mo kanina, they help us with our mental health. So they provide you emotional support to their human companions. Tapos they are our best buddies, di ba? Tapos even yung ibang animals, the farm animals, source of food natin yan. So malaki talaga yung role nila sa buhay ng mga tao. So it matters that we also give them the right treatment, yung humane treatment, even for the farm animals or the food animals. So ayun, animal welfare is human welfare. Kaya important ang animal welfare.
That's anyone else who would like to share why
Some of that first
I should be careful about animal welfare.
I don't
Sure.
related.
Wala na. Araw na ng ano.
As Christian had said, animal welfare is human welfare. We cannot ignore the fact that we need to coexist sa mundo nito. And the animals, kung papabayaan natin sila, nobody was going to take care of them. So this is where shelter comes in, like to provide a solution to the growing problem of straying. But I'm not saying this is the perfect solution, but this is just a one way to solve the problem. And it's not like we want to keep them here forever. We are looking into rehabilitating these dogs so that they could find their forever homes. So yun yung goal ng shelter natin dito. Now, we want to get these dogs that has been traumatized and then rehabilitate them and then rehome them eventually.
Are there a lot of people, ano ba? A lot of people do adopt them. How do the people know that they can actually now start adopting or ready na yung dog, or did actually just they have to visit the place to see? Kasi usually napansin ko lang na people still here prefer to buy dogs than adopt.
Yes, you're very right in that. People would still prefer to look for pedigree dogs
Yeah.
or dogs with breed or mixed breeds, and the Aspins are shied upon. But you would be surprised that our adoption rate is really getting way high already. The
Wow.
consciousness is there that we need to give them equal chance as well with the pedigree dogs. And on your question, how do we market the dogs or how do we get them adopted out? So dogs that are ready to be adopted, we put them up in our social media, and we find them homes directly. Like, we have a long list of homes that are interested to adopt from us, so we match them up.
Wait, question. Hindi siya pwedeng, kunyari, I'm interested in adopting a dog. Hindi necessarily pwede na agad ako mag-adopt. Parang
No.
kailangan i-match yun sa personality ko ba, or kailangan i-match yun sa needs ko as a person?
Yes.
Or how do you,
Yes, like even your house. Is your house suited to accommodate more than 3 dogs?
okay.
Yeah.
So any assessment process, like if I were to if I were to adopt, what is the assessment on my side?
The assessment on your side? What do you mean?
Like parang kailangan ba ina-assess nyo yung sino yung mag-adopt? Kasi nga, it's
Okay. So we have an online application form. So we have questionnaires in there. So tinatanong doon kung ilan ba kayo sa bahay, meron ba kayong may mga existing pets ba kayo, pinapabet nyo ba yung mga pets ninyo? So what's your purpose for adopting? Kapag sa mong gift, medyo tagilid dyan kasi pets are not supposed to be pets are not supposed to be gifts eh. And then kailangan we screen the
you said
application.
pets shouldn't be gifts as in the regalo?
Oo,
Yes,
kasi
yes.
diba,
Animals in general should not be given out as gifts.
Because
Okay.
primarily the reason there is that the person being given to the pet may not be ready.
Okay, yeah, for sure enough. Kasi-
Nature for us.
I-segue ko kasi one of the questions here that I saw is this: do you actually do background checks on people before they actually adopt? Like,
Yes.
or you do?
Yes, that's part of the process.
That's a primary requirement. We do a background check. That's why you need to fill up the application form.
you have to send pictures of your home. Is it fenced? Is it gated? Saan mo ilalagay yung aso? Baka itatali mo lang o ikukulong mo lang. That's a no-no. And then we do home visits. Our volunteers go to the homes of the applicants, or sometimes we go there kapag hihahatid. Lalo ngayon pandemic kasi. So online yung transaction, yung screening, and then kapag qualified, we bring the dog, kasabay na yun ng home visit. So i-check namin kung talagang secured yung dog dun sa inyong home. Kami mismo naghahatid. Kapag hindi, take it back.
Wow. I think that's a lot of work, for just what if there are many people who are interested? You have to do that to all of them, like let's say 100 people.
Yes.
Pero eventually, ang goal nga, we rehome dogs. Eventually, we rehome a lot. We can rescue more. Parang ganon.
Oh, that's true. Oh, kasi you have more space already at Tarlac to actually take in more of the for the dogs. Ang question ko, like, does dogs have to come from Tarlac lang, or does it come from all over the country?
Usually it's from Tarlac, from the shelter. Pero there are times na like we did what do you call this? Sa Taal.
The disaster response.
We did the disaster response in Taal, in Batangas during the Taal volcano eruption. So we had a temporary shelter there. So doon na nanggaling from there na pina-adapt yung mga na-rescue from Batangas. So that's the time lang na may galing sa ibang location.
Yung madami po, isa-segue ko lang po kasi medyo madami na pong comments. Isa-isa ko na lang. Madami po kayong fans po, no? So, umpisa na natin. So, ayan. Yan, Sir Albertus. Hi, Merry Christmas. Yan, hi, FK. Hi, AFK.
AKF.
Yata to, hindi AFK.
AKF.
Sir Nathaniel. Hi, Mas Nunea daw, KK. Dahil po kayong volunteers, no?
Yeah, medyo madami-dami.
Ayan, Sir Gabriel. Dami nag-greet sa inyo. Pa-shoutout na po sa kanila. Baka kilala niyo po sila.
Students yata ni Miss Nea yan.
Ayan.
AKF. Puro AFK talaga. Dire-diretso.
Ayan. Sabi naman dito, sabi ni Denise, adopt, don't shop.
Tama.
So, dahil po kayong estudyante, madam. Ito yata yung mga estudyante niyo, ano?
Miss Nea yan.
Ayan. And there are many advocates. Ayan, no? But there are many animal advocates. Yan. Ito, sabi ito ni Miss Sharp, if AKF works miracles. Hi to the hardworking people behind AKF. Wow.
That
Anyway, the reason why I asked kasi like kanina, you were mentioning that most of the pets come from like you rescued from recently last year you probably rescued from Taal because of the eruption, no? But generally ang pets na nare-rescue nyo are usually in that area lang of Tarlac, or does it also go out of Tarlac like other provinces within the area or within the neighboring provinces of Tarlac?
Actually, when we rescue all over where our resources, where our capability can bring us. So there were even times in the past that we rescued dogs from Bohol and Bacolod. We rescued dogs from Tugigaraw and Napali. We rescued dogs from Bulacan, Manila, from Quezon, Bumaka, Quezon. No? So we are doing the rescues, not just localized rescues, but we're really all over the country.
Actually, ang ganda niya, ibig sabihin, actually, the reason I asked that question is that ang saya siguro if you actually have like that place in all the different provinces, no? Para hindi din mahirap dalhin yung mga aso i-transport all the way to Tarlac. Yeah, that's the reason why I asked that, because parang yung presence nyo would be more, I mean, you have presence in different parts of the Philippines para lang pas madami pang mare-rescue, and although nga lang ang challenge nun is medyo magastos yata yun.
That's a wishful thinking. We hope we can grow as a big organization that we can establish ourselves in different parts of the country.
Yeah. Parang kay mga may mga headquarters kay different parts of the country, no? That would be so cool.
That's gonna cost a lot though. So right now.
So this is actually a picture. Is this the picture of the, no? Like Dave, can you go back? Is this the picture of the
Yes, the rescue shelter.
Ang laki, grabe. Ilan hectares po to?
2 hectares.
Wow. And they're all free to move around, the dogs?
No, we actually have 13 kennels. 18 kennels. Malaki yung size ng mga kennels. It house around 65 square meters. Initial sa UK standard, and may mga roaming dogs kami, like Sheena right here. Yung mga,
what's your name?
Chin.
Oh.
They're not caged naman. They have a big, we call them kennels. As in 10 to 15 dogs parang dog run. Dog runs. Yung enclosed siya na ano.
Oo.
Pero they move freely naman inside.
Ang galing. And then how do people know like you mentioned kanina that you actually have an Airbnb. So people can actually stay, and when they volunteer they can actually stay and help you guys out rin.
Definitely,
Uy.
there's this program we call voluntourism. Narinig mo na ba yun?
Oo, oo.
It's volunteering and tourism. Basically, it's a form of.
Ayan, we have the volunteerist program where you volunteer and you are a tourist at the same time. So, kung papasyal ka somewhere here in the north, or gusto mo dito lang sa shelter while having your vacation, you can do some socialization with the dogs, you can do feeding, you can do bathing, walking. So, ayun, 2-in-1 trip.
Ang saya, gusto ko yan. Pwede ba bang, open na ba kayo? Pwede na ba yan ngayon? Or may restrictions pa rin?
Pwede.
Right now.
Pwede. Walang checkpoints.
Hindi pa yata part yata ng NCR bubble lang Tarlac yata.
Thank God.
Medyo relax kami dito sa Tarlac.
Pwede mo mag-teleport na lang dyan? Papa-teleport na lang ako. Papa-invent na ako. Pwede ko ba isama yung dog ko rin?
Yes.
Yes.
They can
Pwede
Hey, pwede ka sumama dun. Wala. Snub yung aso ko eh. Masungit. Ang saya. I mean, in the past years you've been doing this, how many people have actually visited or been did the voluntourism kind of package or choice?
We don't actually have a data, but in terms of if we say many, there's many.
Many na.
Yeah.
So in other words, you're fully booked lagi pag ganun? Like during this time? Like even summer?
Dati we also have companies who come here in groups of 30, 40. They do their CSR here. Tapos may mga foreigners din kami, mga visitors. They stay here for
Bakit hindi ko kayo alam before pa ng pandemic? Sana nandyan na lang ako na pandemic. Nandyan na lang ako na quarantine. Ang saya nyo, ang swerte nyo. Actually, you guys are super lucky. You're surrounded with pets, you're in the province, and you're doing something really worthwhile. Although siguro para sa akin, medyo magiging challenging yung pag-rescue. I don't know. Does the volunteer also help out in the rescues?
Only the lead volunteers, like me and Tristan. We joined the dog meat trade raids na din many times. Pero we got to join the dog meat trade operations only when we were on our 8th year or 7th year of being volunteers. So
it takes a while pala.
Delikado kasi.
Delikado yung dog meat
Maswerte
trade.
sila noon kasi kailangan namin na magdo-document. So they were there, they were ready. And then I said, they also understand, of course, the risk involved. And actually yun, medyo meron pa kaming rescue na pinuntahan na talagang may shooting incident, so medyo may takbuhan dito. It was really risky. I don't really want to risk the lives and lives of our volunteers. That's why it really took us a while to really volunteers. But I would think that I would just stick to our guys after all of those experiences. Mahirap eh. Mahirap.
Oh, I can imagine. But how often do you guys have rescues? Does it happen frequently every month or in a year?
No, not at all. Used to be. We used to have a couple every month. But recently, since we have been really pushing for and campaigning staunchly for the against the dog meat trade, including yung intensification ng mga raids, ng mga prosecution, bumaba naman yung rate ng dog meat trade. And of course, the pandemic also contributed to the reduction. But definitely, it's still happening. But we are just so happy that it really went down. And we are not in the level of China and Vietnam, because even before it reached that level, we were there. AKF was already there campaigning against it and trying to stop it.
Galing. That's the good thing. Ibig sabihin, if there are not many current, I don't know, it's maybe the environment or the Filipinos now are more conscious of taking care of animals, or maybe or yeah, I think more of taking care of animals, not just using them as a food source or anything like that, no? Sakit sa puso naman ng mga pictures na to. Wait, pagka mo na lang, Dave. Hindi ko kaya yata. How does one deal with that? Like, if you actually, siguro nagiging emotional yung mga tao or people who love, I would probably be that person, no, na pag nakakita ko na medyo yung siguro how do you say it, abused the dog. How do people cope with that?
You'll never get used to it. Kasi
It's a different experience.
It's always a different situation.
Si Tristan, I want to share something. When Tristan first joined the red, when is that in Nueva Ecija? Hindi siya nagpakita ng ilang linggo sa amin.
I was very traumatized after that rescue. Kasi nakita ko yung mga dogs, sobrang gruesome situation. It was really hard for me. Ilang weeks ako nag-cope with that rescue.
Like this one, for example, this one, if you see it, like I would like super cute pa na yan, super affected ako pag may ganyan akong ano.
Rescue ni Tristan yan, sure lang.
Talaga? What's his name? Him or her?
Her.
What's her name?
It was named Sherlock. Akala kasi he.
Oh.
So, hindi na pinalitan. Siya naman, hit and run victim. So, abandoned na siya.
Oo.
So, they were here. Tapos, yan. Unfortunately, the vets had to amputate the legs. Kasi hindi na siya nag-work. So, yan, may wheeler siya.
So, in other words, some of these dogs were rescued from people who, not necessarily for food, but of abuse.
Yeah,
Yes.
We rescue dogs, some stray dogs, neglected dogs, abused dogs. Ayan. No, so we're not limited lang sa dog meat trade na mga rescues. So kapag kaya naman i-rescue talaga, we get them. But of course, we cannot help all. Hindi namin kayang kunin lahat ng aso o pusang gala kasi we cannot afford it. Diba? So,
depends on the gravity of the situation and kung talagang kailangan
emergency
ng situation.
So in other words, okay, question. Ito yung mga tanong ko. Kunyari, how do you guys I would say, how do you guys survive? Like, how do you maintain and the what you do? Like, considering that, especially ako now, for example, if you actually make money from, or you get income from the volunteers when they stay there, that now that medyo wala yung tourism side, how do you sustain the organization?
Quite honestly, it is really very difficult. No? Last year, when during the initial months of the ECQ, we were even giving out dog food to small rescuers and shelters, thinking that ECQ would just last 1 month. So it came to a point that after several months, we also ran out of supplies. Not really completely ran out, but we see it already forthcoming. So it's really difficult to maintain an operation as big as ours because we have a program, we have a system. We don't just rescue and just keep them there in the cages. So there's really a protocol, a program that we really have to go and follow. So, and of course, we have to pay also for our staff, regular staff.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult. It's expensive. But then we appeal to a lot of people for help. And of course, I have so many friends. Dog Ray has so many friends. Chris and Tris and all our friends have friends. So, it's their universe combined with my universe. It helped us, sustain our operations. And it's an inspiring story because people really come and help. And we were already crying because, yung appeal for help came and it enabled us to help more animals. It enabled us also to help other shelters, other rescuers, and other dogs or pets in need.
This is my question. Like, for example, if someone was to ask you guys, how can they help? No, how can they actually help you guys now?
Um, as mentioned earlier, we have the volunteerist program. By availing of our Airbnb, all the proceeds from there goes to the upkeep of our shelter animals. And then you can visit, you can bring donations, you can bring your friends, you can celebrate your birthday here, do your CSR as a company, and then you can volunteer. We have an official volunteer program led by me and Tristan. And then we also have fundraising events. We have you can be a supporter on Facebook for a monthly fee. We also have the sponsorship program for those who cannot adopt. You can sponsor a dog. You can pay a sponsorship fee monthly, and you get to be a ninong or a ninang to one of our shelter dog or cat. And then you can also adopt. Kasi by adopting, we get to have a room for new rescues. So, ayun yung mga pwede nyo maitulong sa amin. And by sharing yung aming social media posts, our accounts, by making other people aware, by doing a partnership with you guys, you get to help us already.
Definitely. Alam mo ba sa Experience Philippines, madami pong mahilig sa pets. As in, sobrang daming hilig sa animals. And I think this is a really good opportunity. Can you go back on the top page, Dave? There is the volunteer there. Be a volunteer.
Yes.
There you go. So what does it take to be a volunteer for the Animal Kingdom Foundation?
Ano lang, compassion and commitment.
Pero how often do you guys have to be a volunteer? Is there like a minimum requirement, or you can volunteer just once, or is like a volunteer that you can do on a regular basis?
Kapag kapag like once lang, maybe you can be a volunteerist na lang. But if you want to be more involved in activities, you can be an official volunteer para laging on call kapag merong mga activities, you can may call outs. I mean, so kung sino mga available, yun yung mga mag-respond. Yun.
Oh,
Like,
cool.
for example, just to add there, no, just for example, yung aming recent Parkyanihan Pet Ayuda. We were operating the community Pet Ayuda program, not just in one area.
In 11
we were in 11 different areas, from Quezon City, to Laguna, to as far as Tarlac, so it's all over. And that was effective, and that it happened because of the volunteers' passion and dedication in pursuing these kinds of projects.
Nice. Alam mo, that's naiyak tuloy ako sa tuwa. parang alam mo, it's super I would say inspiring that despite all the difficulties, kasi you're sharing, I don't know, it's a mix of emotions. This whole pandemic is actually a challenging time for many of us human beings, no? But you guys are actually also looking out not just in the human, but you're actually looking out to the pet, the pet community naman, sabi natin, pet community. And it's so, and you're dedicating all your time and effort considering ang daming restrictions. Like you cannot, like I suppose madami sa mga tumutulong before sa inyo is actually people coming from Metro Manila, if I'm not mistaken. Kasi nga, madaling mag-travel or companies going there. But since ngayon may mga restrictions, it would have really affected a big chunk of the revenues to take care of the dogs or the animals now in the rescue center, no?
But even so, yun na nga, I was telling you a while ago, we operate successfully because of the dedication of our volunteers. And not just any other volunteers, even our vet volunteers. We do a lot of vet missions, and Doc Ray can tell us about it. And we've been doing that even when we were in GCT ba yun? Last year. So, yun. Nakakapag-veterinary mission pa kami.
Ang saya. I wish, now that talking to you guys, I wish there were no restrictions so we can actually go there and do a pet. Madagal ko ng dream na magkaroon ng pet road trip. Like you actually go and travel with your pets and actually visit like a place like your guys, or to do like a volunteer work on that, not to be able to help. Actually, my first time to actually hear it. What I always hear kasi on animal rescue is that you just go and feed them. That is what is my knowledge of, or limited knowledge of. But I didn't know that there was so much more into it pala.
Yes.
I'm super happy. I'm super happy that we got to connect with you guys. Like really, really happy. It's like a voice for you guys are like the voice for the voiceless. That is so awesome.
Mother Teresa, thanks so much.
Mother Teresa na.
Oo nga, parang ko na si Mother Teresa na ng mga dogs tsaka ng mga cats. Yung chicken pa nga kayo kanina, in-adopt niyo rin yung mga chicken na yun?
Yeah. We're promoting nga yung animal welfare even for farm animals. So even farm animals or even food animals should be treated humanely. So we're also promoting that. Hindi lang sa companion animals like cats and dogs.
Wow. Pero hindi naman kayo vegan. Vegan rin kayo?
No, we're not.
Hindi naman.
We're not saying naman kasi not to eat pork or chicken, di ba? Kasi ano naman yun parang choice naman yun What we are after is the welfare of animals. Yung lessening yung cruelty sa kanila. Like if you're gonna eat a chicken, at least during yung sa buhay niya, di ba? Maayos naman yung pagkalagyan niya, yung how you treat it. So, yun, that's what we're after. Kasi we are welfareist.
Oh, that is so cool. Kasi inisip ko lang, ako mahirap, parang kunyari sa chicken, yung nakita ko kayo yung chicken, parang hindi ko makakain yung chicken ng alagaan ko. Kunyari, pag volunteer dyan, pag inalagaan ko yung chicken na yun, parang feeling ko, when I was growing up, bigla na ginawa ng dad ko sa akin. So, inalagaan ko yung chicken, pero kinain namin for lunch. As in, naiyak talaga ako nung kinain. Hindi ko talaga siya nakain for lunch. Pero kasi sa probinsya naman rin naman kasi yun.
That definitely is traumatizing. That should not happen. There are two spectrums kasi. There's the animal welfare group and there are the animal rights group. So we are an animal welfare group.
What is the difference between an animal welfare and animal rights?
When you speak of animal rights, you're looking into animals having equal rights as humans do. So these are the vegans. Ito yung in-espouse ng vegan groups na we should not eat animals because they are sentient beings and among others. The animal welfare group looks at it in a different way. That if you can lessen the suffering of the animals, why not? Like for instance, the eggs. There's a reason why you cannot eat eggs if the chickens are happy laying the eggs. So that's why we have the cage-free eggs. We have happy hens.
I don't understand that. Is there a difference between a free range one? Like
a free range and a cage-free are two different rearing system. So the cage-free, the traditional laying hens are housed in a battery cages. It's like a size of a bond paper. Dalawang hens ang nakalagay doon. Or even four of them sa one size of bond paper. So all their life, all their productive age, habang nangingitog sa yun lang space nila. So the most they can do is just to stand up, get near to the feeder, get to drink, and then they just lie down again.
Question, Doc. Is that animal cruelty?
It is. It is considered as a cruelty under a lot of international treaties right now. So EU has banned it. So the European Union has a complete banning of battery cages. In US, a lot of farms has already transitioned towards free range and cage free, and other parts of the world as well. So it is now the campaign is really growing. We're now in the transition phase, and that is a campaign that we have moved forward for the last 3 to 4 years now, na introducing cage free farming in the country.
Oh, that is so awesome. How's it so far, that campaign
You
in
would
the
be
Philippines?
surprised.
In the Philippines.
Try visiting the big supermarkets, and you could find cage-free eggs already. So that is a good indication that when it's in the supermarkets, there is a demand. Because if it's
Yeah,
not
for
in the
sure.
supermarket, nobody's looking for it. So the consciousness is already there. So there are a lot of restaurants. Starbucks is already transitioned. What's the biggest salad?
Salad stuff.
The Salad Stop is already using cage-free eggs. So a lot of establishment has transitioned. Even hotels are already transitioning. So that's a campaign that we have moved on for the last 4 years.
And you guys played a big role in that, of educating.
We have pioneered.
We have actually pioneered the farm animal welfare in the Philippines in terms of promoting the cage-free is guilt-free campaign, where, as mentioned by Doc Ray, we're promoting the humane treatment of egg-laying hens. So we're trying to reduce cruelty in the farm by educating the farmers, by promoting consciousness among us consumers, and making also the cage-free eggs available in the market.
Wow, cool. So kayo rin may nagsimula na rin kayo gumawa ng cage-free eggs ngayon?
Yes, we
That's
have
why
a
we have
model
chicken.
farm.
Oh, we have you're actually putting it in the market already?
Yes,
You
yes.
can order.
Wow, talaga magkano isang itlog? Ano ba yan?
Pero it's available.
Small scale, but because the model farm is actually there so that we can help farmers and students to research, to adopt, and to really see what cage-free system is, and they can copy it and bring it to their own farm, and because we encourage them to switch from the usual battery cage setup to a cage-free setup, which of course we wanted them to show that it's possible, that it's doable.
Question again. It's
Have
it's
the-
an
for the hens.
is it like they have to be the workshop? I don't know. Is it called a workshop, or is it like a ano siya, workshop ba siya? Like they have to go there?
We are actually we have already a training module for the farmers. It's just that we have not really commenced the actual training, but hopefully by next month we will start already the training. We were supposed to partner with the universities and farmers. We launched it last year, but due to the pandemic, it did that was suspended.
Push through.
Yeah, but then this year we're starting already with the training. We have been partnering with the Department of Agriculture Training Institute. So yun yung mga partners natin sa training na to para magkaroon ng this is a deeper animal welfare education.
Yeah, kasi you're trying to reset. Parang it's like you're trying to reset the mindset of farmers, consumers alike, and making it more I don't know. Tama ba yung word ko, compassionate in terms of how we take care of
Passionate.
livestock.
Yeah, and it's sustainable,
Sustainable. Yeah.
environmental friendly.
Galing.
Healthy.
You guys are awesome. I mean, like, why aren't there many of you guys? Like, pwede ba kayo i-multiply to 1,000 times? Parang pwede ba kayo i-duplicate? Para lahat ng buong Pilipinas may kagaya ninyo. Sana lahat ng tao maging kagaya niyo rin. I mean, like, the consciousness is actually there, no? Ako, personally, hindi ko alam na ganun pala ang level ng alam ko lang kasi alam ko lang because I love my dog so much. I think that's because of that natural love for my dog. But I didn't realize that there's so much that goes on with what happens around us. Siguro masyado akong sheltered. Parang piling ko ngayon bang na-realize kung napaka-sheltered kong tao. Kulang pala ako sa exposure sa mundo. Hindi ko yata kaya. Parang siguro pag sinama niyo ako siguro dun sa isang rescue niyo dyan, siguro hindi niyo na makakausap siguro parang mga 1 month, 2 months. Siguro matatraumatize ako ng todo-todo.
Volunteer lang sa rehabilitation ng mga dogs.
Yun nga, siguro kunyari kami, anong pwede namin gawin? Like, ako mahina puso ko sa mga like hindi ko kaya siguro yung kaya kong gawin. Anong pwede namin simulan? Like for start, for a newbie like me.
Ayun, pwede kang mag-organize ng tour dito. Every weekly ba? Pwede kaya.
Pwede yan. Madali akong kausapin dyan.
You can bring yung
Actually, one of my friends already made a comment. She actually lives close to you guys, and she does ito na nga nagtanong na siya. How do we book for volunteerism?
We're on Agoda, and meron rin kami Airbnb, so it's easy. Pwede yung message yung Facebook namin directly.
Si Minsky, si Minsky naman, she's actually based in Angeles. And she's actually she's very close lang to you guys kasi malapit lang Tarlac sa Angeles, di ba? Sa kanya naman, what she does, she comes out with organic human grade food for dogs or for cats, for pets, actually for dogs. So she really values naman ng mga health kasi 'di ba pag kumakain yung mga dogs ng mga usually nabibili ng mga sa mga establishments, minsan may halo. Hindi talaga sometimes, like for example, yung aso ko hindi siya pwede bawal siya may allergic siya sa gluten. Hindi siya pwede sa tinapay, nagkakaroon siya ng allergies. So kailangan kumain siya ng wala dapat bread, na hindi siya pwede sa bread, in other words. So kaya ginawa ni Minsky, gumawa siya ng mga ganun type, not educating people na yung mga tira-tira mga pagkain nyo, dehydrate lang, pakainin sa mga pets rin. Kaya nakakatawa yung work, nakakatawa yung business rin niya eh. Anyway, yan, si Minsky.
Bring some so our dogs can try it.
Minsky, punta ka dito.
Dala ka ng sample products for our dogs to try.
Ito na siya. Punta na tayo, Gian, with Teo and Burger.
Yes.
Gia, girl! Gana, punta na tayo dyan.
No, but there's something that we are very proud of with respect to our rescue center. Kasi some people na pumupunta dito sa amin, sabi nila na shock sila, they don't want to see any rescue center. Kasi malungkot yan, yung ganun yung reaction nila. Or depressing yan. And then when they come here and visit us, parang naiiba yung kanilang konsepto ng rescue center. Because ang kwento naman namin is, our dogs are already rescued. They are already under our care. So dapat hindi na sila depressing. Hindi na sila mukhang kawawa. Dapat masaya sila because if they're mukhang kawawa inside our rescue center, then we are not doing a good job.
Good. Actually, alam mo, yun ang original na idea ko about rescue centers. Kaya medyo parang yung sinabi sa akin ni Liam magkakaroon ng live na parang sabi ko hindi kaya to kasi I have a dog. Parang hindi ko kaya makita na dog na parang maybe abandoned or suffering or anything like that. Thank you for actually saying that because that was originally my okay. So, yun lang sa mga nanonood, hindi pala yung mindset ko yung tama.
Next time we can make a live virtual tour of the rescue center.
That would be so awesome. Can we do that?
Pwede.
Yeah, you could come here and do a broadcast from here. Why not?
Yun ang mas gusto ko. Pwede ba gawin nyo?
Over.
Sige. Yan, i-set up namin yan. Sino gusto sumama sa akin? Mga Dave, sama yan si Dave. Ayan, sama na yan si Julia. Ayan, sama na rin iba. Okay, sige. That would be cool. I would love that. Because it also, I think, to be honest, in this time, especially during this whole pandemic, we have a social kasi kami as Experience Philippines, I feel that we have also a social obligation to share stories that are what you guys are currently doing, like inspirational stories of people like you. Na people can actually find them be involved in something that can actually change and make an impact on society. Kahit na maliit lang, kahit na ganun, hindi siya ganun ka, hindi naman like masolve natin ang buong problema ng Pilipinas, but yung simpleng bagay lang na magawa na kaya natin gawin. Kaya tinanong ko kanina, ano ba yung pwede ko gawin on a small scale as a start? Ayan, si Minsky daw, magdadala daw siya ng treats.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Girl, magdadala ka ng madaming treats dyan, ha? Hindi pwedeng para sa isa, hindi pang burger size.
Those cats. Never mind the pigs. They don't need treats.
Uy, gusto ko, pero okay lang na ba yung kahit na makulit yung aso ko? Like, super kulit ni Thea. He has ADHD like me. Like, pareho kami ADHD. Kaya na ba yan?
Pwede naman.
Luwak-luwak naman yung tatakbuhan
Marami
niya.
naman siyang tatakbuhan dito.
Yeah.
Yun. Ay ko. Pag sinama ko ito, masaya yan. Masaya yan. Anyway. So, okay, going back. So, wala tuloy ako sa mga kailangan ko gawin. Ayan. So, for us to be able to, for the first step is, guys, so if we can actually pull up the website again, my dear friend, so we can actually share. Dave, pakita natin ulit yung website. So, recap na lang, no, sir? So, one of the couple of ways that people can actually do is they can actually become a volunteer. They can come there on a weekend or whatever day they want, but they have to sign up with you guys first. Another one is they can send donations. So the website naman accepts donations naman. No? They can click any of. Okay, and then the other one is actually you guys can also, everyone actually can adopt a rescue dog. So currently, how many rescue dogs? Ay, may picture yata dito eh. Nakita ko may picture yata, Dave, sa baba. Yung mga pictures sa mga rescue dogs.
Right now, nasa 230 yung dogs. Mostly, kailangan pa ng rehabilitation kasi new rescues lang sila. But, a handful, pwede nang i-rehome. So hopefully, ayan, adoption form na.
Ayan, so ito yung adoption form. So these are the dogs that are actually currently being pwede na for adoption?
Adoption, yeah. It's easy, may process kami, madali lang yan. Just sign up online.
Oh, cool. Everything's online naman eh. So, yay. Yan. Cage fee, go cruel. Ayan, adoptables. So yun guys, so if you guys are interested in learning more about the Animal Kingdom Foundation, and if you really want to support them, so one, we can actually do a tour. We can actually do a volunteerism as well, especially kung okay na tayo pag tapos na itong, or na-vaccine na yung mga tao, or pwede na tayo tapos na yung bubble or ECQ. And then the other one is actually, if you cannot, you can actually help donate. You can just go to their website and donate. And then the other one is if you're really serious about really helping them and really wanted to adopt a fur baby, you can actually go to their website. But there is actually there's actually a background check muna if you're actually capable of adopting, because it's a big responsibility, and it's not easy. It's like actually having your own kid, when you actually adopt a pet, So it's not a joke. So it's really something very serious, and you have to really consider it as well, So but yun, we don't have much time for the live stream, but we do want maybe what we can do is on the succeeding one, we can do a live tour, an actual virtual, like an actual live tour there sa inyo, so we can actually see the what's your name? Parang na-distract na ako sa aso. Ang cute nila. Siguro dyan na matutulog. Pwede ba matulog katabi sila?
Pwede. We have a campsite.
Gusto ko lang katabi lahat ng mga dogs.
But you can camp here sa mga outdoorsy person. You can camp out here. Sa malaking atuhin.
Ay, saya. Ano ba kayo? Fully booked kayo? Hindi naman?
Wala.
Wala. Ayan. So guys, magsiset up na tayo mga teammates. Magsiset up na tayo ng ating plano.
Kung healthy naman kayo, if you're living near Tarlac or
And then kami we're vaccinated na. So I'm vaccinated because I'm part of the A3. Si Dave vaccinated na rin. So some of us are vaccinated because we have preconditions. But yeah, okay, cool. This is really interesting. Madami nagvo-volunteer. Madami nagvo-volunteer. Siya na daw magda-drive.
Ayan.
Okay.
You can visit naman yung mga quarantines basta yun, we follow yung mga
Guidelines lang, guidelines. Well, pag kami naman sa Experience Philippines, we are pretty much we follow protocols naman. So we have safety protocols as well. So kayang-kaya yan. But
naman
yes,
pwede kayong bring your food, you can cook your food, or you can let us cook your food.
Bibigay ko na lang yung food sa mga dogs.
we'll find.
So yeah, may nagtatanong sa akin, actually may nag-message sa akin, but this is, I don't know if it can be answered, but sabi niya, Dave, ito yung question, mud crab farming. Pwede ba siguro medyo sa susunod na lang natin tanongin?
Nako, hardcore na yan.
Alam niyo rin po.
Welfare issue.
Madaming, sige, tatanungin natin next time pa nag-usap-usap tayo ulit.
Next time, mahabang topic yan, but we are really very interested in answering, the animal welfare issues, including fish welfare.
Even rabbits.
And rabbits.
Yeah, that's an interesting point because I saw I'm not sure where I saw it when I read it, but they said rabbits is actually a good substitute for
really
meat.
marketed as a substitute for pork because of the ASF issue that the Philippines is facing, and of course the limited or the lack of pork or supply in the country. So talagang nagkakaroon na ng producers ng rabbit meat in the country, but I'm not sure how prepared or matured the Filipino people in terms of consuming rabbit meat. But again, as an animal welfare NGO or campaigners, that's not something that we would want to support. It's something that we frown upon because there's already a lot of animals that's been suffering for food. Suffering for human food. Why add another one?
Good point. Kasi pati ako kahit hindi ko makakainin ng isang rabbit. parang hindi ko yata although I remember when I was younger, they always joke kasi I have an open heart surgery. That's the reason why so I'm born with they call it, di nag-form yung heart ko. So it's puro butas siya. So they said pinalitan daw nila ng puso ng kambing. So the whole time, kaya pag sabi niya, gawin mo to, mag-me. See, magka-sound mo na yung kambing. Sabi niya ganyan. So ngayon, may na ako sa may affiliation ako sa mga kambing. Parang
so much kambing here.
Parang sabi ko, pag nakita, kaya pag di ba usually, one of the food that they usually serve is kalderetang kambing. Usually may mga ganun na may dish na ganun sa Pampanga, usually ganun may pagkain na ganyan sa Pampanga, kaldereta. Alam mo, hindi talaga ako kakain. As in, parang imagination ko lagi that's like eating my kin kasi binigay nila yung heart nila sa akin. So parang so alam mo, tumanda ako niyan, na-realize ko lang hindi pala totoo yun. I think when I was already a teenager. But ever since yung bata ko all the way going to teenage years, naniwala talaga na pinalitan talaga ng heart ko ng kambing. Anyway, mga sira-ulo talaga yung pabida ko pagdating sa mga pag bata talaga lahat pinaniniwalaan. So anyway, super thank you Sir Christian, Sir Tristan, Attorney Heidi tama, and Dr. Ray for really spending time with us and talking about the Animal Kingdom Foundation and animal rescue and welfare. It's such a parang namulat yung mata ko about that there's more to it than actually there's more to it than feeling good. You know what I'm saying? That kasi that's the usually like that's the mindset of some people. Some maybe my mindset na you just feel good by helping. But there's actually more to this pala than meets the eye, you know. And I want to be part of that. And I think Experience Philippines would want to be very much part of that. I think it's an advocacy that we can actually promote as well. That not only kasi that's why tinanong ko kanina kung Tarlac lang. If you actually do it all over, kasi we go around the Philippines rin naman. Well, before the pandemic, we've been going around the country. So sabi ko, baka maganda opportunity to spread it outside rin of 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 the of Tarlac and Metro Manila. But yes, so would you guys have any last maybe you have any maybe message that you guys want to share to the people who are watching?
I'll start. I'll make it short. As a pet parent na rin, as an advocate, love your pets because it's a lifetime commitment. Sabi nga namin, pets are not just gifts. So, let's take care of them and yun nga, help the shelters and the animal welfare groups when we can kasi it means to a lot. And
Yes,
really
for
help.
sure, for sure.
So, yun lang.
Guys, love your pets.
Being the education officer for AKF, like now, marami ka natutunan, and I hope when you get to be with your friends or with your relatives, you get to share what you learned. You get to share about AKF, about what we do, and how animals should be treated. Because malaki yung impact na education kasi. Imagine if everyone is a responsible pet owner, there'll be no more street dogs or stray dogs, stray cats. So, yan, bit by bit, one person at a time, we can make the world a better place for animals.
Totoo. Attorney.
Yeah, I'll talk of responsible pet ownership, and it's really very important that every pet owner should be responsible for them so that they don't end up here in shelters or in pounds. So for the last 10 years or so, I've been campaigning for the end of impounding of dogs. So let's work together to end the unnecessary cruelty on dogs and looking at them as nuisance on the street. So let's take part of it by being responsible, not allowing them to roam the streets or to breed indiscriminately.
That's correct. That's true.
For me naman, it's just really very brief. Animal welfare for us, it's not just any other campaign, like as you said, feel good, but it's really something that we do because it's the right thing to do.
That's true. It's the right thing to do. Tama. I agree. Alam mo, may naisip lang ako ngayon eh. Di ba pati nire-rescue nyo ba? Sorry, sinegue ko lang sa isang last question na lang. Kasi hindi ako makakapat, because of my ADHD, hindi ito matatanggal sa utak ko the whole night. Ang tawag dito, di ba may mga, I don't like to go to like, alam mo yung tiendesitas, di ba? So, minensya ko na yung pangalan. So, di ba madaming mga doon, madaming ginagawa nilang, tawag doon, I don't know what you call it eh. Basta they breed and they breed and they breed. But the dogs is just para siyang parang nagbe-breed lang siya para lang binibenta yung mga puppies. Puppy mills, that's the word. Is that also part of the rescue?
No.
Wala na ngayon eh. I think wala na.
There are, I mean, few puppy mills around, but when you say, is that part of a rescue?
No.
Kasi 'di ba parang it's an abuse. I find it parang it's also abuse ng mga dogs kasi kawawa sila, like ginagawa lang silang parang
we're calling for the end of puppy mills. We're campaigning for ending the support of puppy mills, like asking pet owners not to patronize the puppy mills. So instead, adopt. So the adopt don't shop campaign comes in. So that's the only way we can put a stop to this. Because if we just let them perpetuate, then it's a vicious cycle. They just
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Parang if you actually buy from them, you're actually like paying for them to do it again and again and again and again until the dog dies. Like seriously, kawawa lang. I've seen the dogs that are some of them. Yeah. Actually, I remember accidentally I didn't know it, but it was a closed puppy mill. At sinabi lang nila sa akin na this is actually used to be a puppy mill, but they actually closed it na. I think I can't remember where I saw it, but yeah. And sorry, I had to ask that question because I find it also like part of animal cruelty.
It is. In the States, they're prosecuting puppy mills. So right now, wala pa tayong regulations sa Pilipinas, so we could not prosecute them. But we are campaigning to put a stop by encouraging people to adopt and do not shop.
Oo, kasi 'di ba ang mindset ng mga Pinoy is that kailangan ang aso nila like kailangan pure yung ano may mga papers dapat ang aso like kailangan ano siya alam mo yung line niya, kailangan pure na husky or pure na ganito or pure na corgi, mga ganyan. So parang paano nga naman yung mga nabuntis na aso na hindi naman sinasadya na mabuntis na tapos nanganak sa yung mga adopted or yung mga stray dogs. Kawawa naman sila. Yan, Cartimar. Tama, sa Cartimar. Oh, see? Alam ko lagi dyan may mga minention na sorry sa sa chat.
Yeah, I think another talking point in your future discussion would be responsible pet ownership, and then I think that will be more interesting.
Oo, I think maganda gawin natin yan for when we do the live tour or live stream there, live stream tour there. We can actually discuss that while they're there. Like responsible, how to be a responsible for a parent. I love that. That's a cool thing. So yun. So thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you very much for spending the Friday with us. I'm very, very happy that I actually got to connect with you and meet with you. And the whole team of Experience Philippines is very happy to actually connect with you guys. And then also telling us actually that there's more to the animal welfare thing, that you actually can do volunteerism, that you can actually do the Airbnb and stay there. So much more pa pala na hindi ko na-realize na kasama pala sa ginagawa ninyo. At yun, at least alam na namin, it's a good thing, and now we can actually do something and help them out as well. No? So if you guys want to support, this is actually the links to their Facebook pages. So I'll just show them to you guys. So here. So if you guys can actually, one way to support Inc. is to actually just maybe you can like their page and actually look at refer or donate. This is actually another one. Their website. So this is actually their website as well. So if you guys can visit their website, actually pinakita natin kanina rin yun when we were doing the discussion. So please visit their website, afk.org.ph. Yan, madami tayong magagawa for now, no? So we can actually help in this campaign and in this awareness on animal welfare as well. Yay. So like super thank you sa inyong apat. At sana nakita ko yung mga pets na may makita, saka mga dogs na sumingit kanina sa live stream. Thank you very much for joining us as well. So yan. So ang message, ayan. So if you guys want to join us as well for the future activity where we can actually go to visit the Tarlac and the Animal Kingdom Welfare Rescue place. So please join our Experience Philippines group. Here you actually can, we put it already in the comment section below as well. So you can join us there. And then, we'll probably organize something like that. And then we can have more activities with them. Yay! So yun po, maraming pong salamat sa inyo. Have a good night. Pero meron pa tayong picture taking pa pagkatapos ito. Pag in-end namin yung broadcast. Sige po. Yun. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you sa mga sumuporta sa mga nanood. Miss Nea, kasi nakita ko nga puro. Bye, Miss Nea. Bye po. Yun. Maraming salamat. See you guys.